Hello.
Oh, I'm not talking yet either. The mute, no, that didn't. What do I want to do? I should be unmuted now. The unmute takes so long that you said hello and then you mute it again, and then it doesn't work.
It's like a drag race.
Yeah, exactly. It's over. Turned it
Awesome.
off, and you haven't done it right. There's a mute unmute in the bottom right, which is a local unmute, which is probably better for chairs to use than the other one. I noticed this, Spencer. Do you think this? Am I insane? That my shelves now look like they're on my right, but well, if you're looking at me, anyway, I'm used to looking at me and having it backwards, having it mirrored left, right, right. Maybe it doesn't matter
Awesome.
from your point of view, but I'm used to, like in everything else, it flips it left, right when I see myself. But maybe Meet Echo's never done that, and I've just never noticed.
Yeah, I spend so
Seems
much
like a,
time with my camera off, right?
I guess I don't know. Do you like?
Well, I'm
This
on
seems
Meet
like a
Echo.
core. It seems like we should have a full section in Matroska or something about whether or not to left right swap things, right? If there's any
To
working group that should make this argument, it should be this working group, right? I see you pointing to my left, which is probably your right.
my right, and the door is there. So
But when you look at yourself, it's the
yes,
opposite.
I'm pointing to the left on the screen. Yes.
Yeah. So it's basically we all get the same view. We get a consistent view, in the mirroring of yourself is not anyway. Just interesting. I don't know if that's a intention or not. So I don't know what I should do here. Note taking tool. I can open the note taking tool, but that doesn't make the rest of you see it. So I guess I'll share the screen. Right. I
Cool.
still don't know if this is a terribly useful version. I still want it top and bottom, but anyway. So, Dave, your microphone working today? Jerome, Steve, I said, I suggest you all just grab the microphone like you did and then use the mute in the bottom right if you want, if is an easier way to go on and off.
Dave text to me a bit sooner that he will not be able to have the mic.
Oh, no.
So just chatting, text.
Okay. All right. Well, I have another window open. No microphones, as Jerome said. Okay. So, all right. Type away, Dave, and we'll see you. No, we have Steve. We have. Higher, like this, like that. No, that. And Christian is a ghost user. I think I know who it is, but he's just never logged out of the channel. That's okay. Anybody else know if anyone else is expected?
And I am almost sure that Christian is Christian Wiedema from the mock side meeting like a year ago. We use the Cellar Jabber room, and obviously they haven't bounced the Jabber server since then.
And he never logged out of his client. Whatever, doesn't matter. I know he's not present, so I'm not going to write him down.
Right.
For that. Okay, draft minutes from last time. Any action? There was this one. We decided we'd wait a bit more after we get Matroska out. This says postponed. I don't know I don't remember what that was about myself, but maybe someone else can bring that up under old business if we still need to do it. Okay, so I understood.
I can go take a quick peek at it if that helps.
Yeah, that would be good to do. So any other comments about
Is my audio working now? Okay, I can hear me back again.
You reloaded? We could hear him. We did hear him at the very last minute. Steve, we did hear you before you reloaded.
Oh, damn. Okay, I'll try that because the iPad is way too small.
Oh, we what is too small? Hello, Steve, we could hear you both times. Something was too small, you said.
Is it working?
Yes, we hear you.
Good.
Just
Thanks.
leave the audio and the under your name above there on, and if you want to mute, just use the mute in the lower right, which is a local mute. That was just much faster for everyone. We're such a small group, it doesn't really matter. We don't need a lot of microphone etiquette. Sorry, did you have something to comment about the minutes?
Nope.
Okay, so status of the document. So we were going to bring one of them to working group last call. I think it was Matroska. I don't think we pushed the button yet. Did we, Spencer?
Which button are we talking about?
Working group last call. I
thought we did. Let me. We can look real quick in the data tracker. The thing about Matroska users video coding history questions was from Dave Rice, if that helps.
Okay. All right, so we did push the button.
It was added for the March meeting, and
we did push the button on Matroska for last call.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We were proud of that.
We didn't. Yeah. Okay. I think I had to step away from the meeting. I think the last minute. I got dragged away when it was discussed. Okay. And is in working group. That's not what I wanted. And is in working group last call. And when does that working group class call ending? You remember?
So I thought the deal was that we said 4 weeks because it's even though it could be 2 weeks because we have external readers.
Okay.
2 weeks is legal.
Yes. So Did you remember what we set the date to?
That's on that same page, which I'm diving for now.
Why doesn't it let us put the number in the data tracker? It should be right there to tell us what's going on.
Failing that, it should be on the mailing list. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah.
So these comments.
We set a 4-week last call, and I sent it out on Wednesday the 30th.
Okay, so that sounds like it should be practically be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's basically tomorrow. 27. We have some comments from Martin here and some discussion about that. And I don't know if I would say that's, would you say that's completed at this point? Steve, Jérôme?
There's some merge request or pull request pending. I think we can merge them today, and I think they all cover everything that has been raised.
Okay, cool. So do you want to do that as a group? You're going to push those buttons yourself. It's fine with me.
Well, unless someone has some more comments or disagree or whatever.
Dave wonders, Jérôme is in the attendance list. He said something before. Did you have something else to add, Dave? Not really. Okay, good. All right. You're happy with the document too? All right. So Spencer and I need to probably do a good read through it as well before we pass that up. And I started that and then I didn't finish because I had some other business that I had to take care of.
Should we after all the changes are merged, should we publish a new version for the actual review, or we can go with
so yeah, at the end of tomorrow, I would say that you should publish in whatever you've merged, you should publish as 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Because most of the things were typos, but there's one that's changing the order of some text and a bit of rewriting. Nothing major, but it makes the document nicer to read.
All right, so let me ask seller control and chapter codex. So I recall chapter codex, we pulled that out of Matroska, right?
Yes.
And we also pulled tags, I think, out of Matroska.
Tags was originally already out a different document. The ones that's been pulled out are chapter codex and the control tracks.
Right. Okay. So they've expired. It would be great to repost them, even if there's no changes to them, just so that external reviewers can see that if they're like, well, what about chapter codex? Then they can see more clearly that it's the other thing. And, we absolutely can make an informative reference to them if we need to, meaning we can say, in work in other work, this is happening without actually depending upon what's actually happening, and that's fine. What we're trying to avoid a normative reference, because that would imply you would have to read the other document in order to implement. And I think we're not saying that is the case.
Yeah,
It's okay to tell people that, chapter codecs are not in scope for this document and are dealt with in future work, and then the references, to work in progress.
Okay.
So can you repost it, or Dave, would you like to repost it?
We need to change the number.
Yeah, you just need to bump the number by Steve. So you're going to repost that, Steve?
Yes.
Okay. I will bother Martin. Did he post FLAC? I said please post FLAC, and I think he did do that.
I
Yeah,
think he
FLAC
did too.
03. Yeah, he did it after I and I approved it, because he wasn't a current author at the time, so he didn't have permissions, but he did post it, so that was reposted. That's 2204-23 by Martin. Write his last name. Van Buren. I'm really happy that he's joined us. I don't know if you guys know him well or not at all, but I'm very happy that he's taken on editing that document. So that's really good news.
Yes.
I agree.
Anything else from anybody on questions about status or where we're going with this? Okay, so Spencer, you said you dug something up on the old business about this other topic.
Yeah, just that Dave was the one who had requested it for the March meeting.
This was the old, I don't even remember what it was now, the old business.
I can type it. I can type it in.
Type it in. Okay, all right. And something we should be dealing with right now is what I was really getting at. But now I can't remember what it was. So,
but I can remember what it was. I'll find it.
Okay.
This is the email on Matroska, on pound Matroska user, with the subject Matroska users video coding history questions.
So is this a question about the document, or this sounds like it was actually a question about content or how to do something? They had. Did they think that this? Did they think the working group?
I think we put that on the agenda for March and stopped thinking about it.
Okay. And what do we need to do? Do you want to paste the URL of the message and we should all go read it, or what is it we need to do? It was an enhancement. Dave says it was a question that was hopeful for an enhancement to Matroska. Okay. So do we want to just log it as an issue and put future on it? Oh, to transcoding history. Yes, it could be an issue. I would suggest we just make it into an issue, paste it into the minutes here. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like we're going to easily deal with it. It sounds like it could be topic for an extension at some point. Does that sound right? If I understood the problem correctly? Someone wants to record how it got to that state and that set of codecs. Yeah, could be metadata or in the track definition. And yeah, all right. So let's just log an issue. And if it turns out that there's nothing to solve, that we simply need a convention, then great.
For me, it seems out of the spec. It can be stored in Matroska in different ways, like an attachment or a tag. But then if it's an attachment, you can put a JSON file, a markdown file, a text file, RTF, XML. It could be any kind of format that people have to agree on, but for me, it doesn't belong in the Matroska spec. It would be some different work to define how a file is created.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in the base spec. It could be an additional thing that people agree to do it in some other way. Okay, Spencer, if you want to paste the URL of the message in there, and
I will do that.
And if Dave, if you open an issue and paste it in there, that would be great. Then we would just know what we talked about. I think we can just go on with this. Wonderful. Okay, so we talked about Matroska. I'm not sure what was going to be written there, but so working group last call ends tomorrow, 220427. New version 10 to be posted. So we're going to be passing that up to our area director. Spencer and I need to do a pass through that. Did we say that one of us was going to be the shepherd, Spencer? I guess you and I can negotiate that.
We could reasonably look for somebody that wasn't one of us to do it, but I think everybody else besides us is an author.
Yeah, I think that we should just do the working group chair shepherd review, and make sure that we've caught any other little bits like we didn't catch in FFE1. Yeah, so yeah, let's just do that. We'll figure that out between the two of us.
Cool.
I hope to have an empty review from our AD. That would be nice. And then it will go on to the IESG. Okay. Anything else on Matroska?
So there was on Matroska, we can decide what to do with the merge request. I think there was no comments, and they are simple enough that we can.
Yeah, please merge them tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please merge them tomorrow.
I'll send the version 10.
Yep. So Flack document now being led by Mark. We resolved the entire copy left issue. So that's all set. I don't think there's been a lot of discussion outside of Martin's comments, but I know we're making progress, so I seems happy. Anyone have any notion how close we are to finishing the document. No. All right. So any other discussion about that? FFV1, V4. We are still considering what to do. There was still like open, what features do we need kind of discussion.
Nothing changed about the V4. Yeah, for the moment, the criticism about FFV1 is the speed. So we are trying to have a GPU version of FFV1 V3 decoding and checking the bottlenecks before working on the V4. And yeah, one of the feature we want is to fix the bottlenecks for from V3 to fix in V4 the issues in V3 about heavy multiprocessing. So we have some timing issues. We want to finish the GPU version before proposing the V4 changes. Sorry. So
That
yeah,
sounds great.
still in the V4 is still in pause on my side, so at least. But yeah, we still want to have some updates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else got any other business today? Because I'm happy to be done if we're done.
Okay with me. For Matroska, once we send version 10, what will be the next step? Do we get the reviews on our mailing list, or we have to look somewhere else?
The reviews will come to our mailing list from the area director and the IESG. They get don't be surprised if you get 3 or 4 copies of the email
Okay.
from because you get it from the mailing list, and I get, there's all these different aliases and they get sent to everybody, and it's kind of a shotgun approach. So yeah, your mail program might collapse it to one message, and mine it shows up as 2 or 3 usually. The like before, the key thing is that we acknowledge that we acknowledge the message as quickly as possible, and ideally we would put together a pull request relating to that message, that set of comments, whether it's 1 commit or 10 commits, doesn't matter, and then they would be able to see, using the files change diff, they would be able to see the differences that we proposed, and in some cases, if we need to argue, if you need to have a conversation with them, then you can have it in line in the message, preferably there rather than in the pull request, because they probably won't have time to get back to their pull request. But that's my experience. Is better to do that, and it's definitely advantageous to try to react to them as they within half a day or so of them posting it, because the advantage is that it's still in their brain cache as to what doing. So you can ask, especially if you have any questions you want to ask about, well, did you mean this, or I didn't understand. But anyway, we won't get that. So we'll do the Shepherd report first. We'll have our own AD do a review, and then it will go to the rest of them.
Okay.
And some of the people will be new because they just started in March. We have at least one security area director that's new. and some other people. I can't remember who else has switched, but some of them are because the 2-year appointment ends in March each every 2 years. So the other ones, however, will have reviewed our other documents, and they'll have more context to understand what we're doing. And for some of them, it's completely, totally new. They've never heard of this working group in their life before. Fair enough. And maybe I don't need to tell you this, or maybe I do, but I usually leave myself logged into the Cellar working group Jabber on the IETF list. So if you want to get a hold of me, that's one good way. If email isn't working, or you want to have some other conversation.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll call the end of the meeting, if that's okay.
Yes.
So early bedtime for everybody?
Not for you.
I'm going back to bed.
Well, I'm going, yeah. Michael and I are going back to bed. You're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was on vacation last week. I took 18 trains and read a lot of
Holy
emails.
crap.
Well, I'm counting the train, the LRT to get to the train station, and then the train to Toronto, and then the TTC train to my hotel, and then the TTC train to have coffee with one friend, and then the TTC train to go running, and then the train to Montreal. So I'm counting all of those as separate trains. So 18, that's what I figured out. So. All right. Good day.
Impressive.
Have a good day.
And I did stick the page of the pointer to the email from Dave that was to the mailing list about the Matroska thing. So
and Dave is going to insert the issue number.
Yes.
There. That one.
Yes.
Okay, Dave. Don't go to bed yet. All right, I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
Make good choices.
Bye. Yes.
Don't log in automatically next time.